welcome to the new session of Keeping It Simple with Prashant Rajore. It has been a wonderful day, and we are all excited for the next session. In a short while from now, Dhruv will be joining us. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions to be asked, you can put it in the chat box or you can send them directly to Dhruv, and Dhruv will ask these questions to us. The whole idea of this program is that we can have a different perspective to whatever questions we face in our life, in our day-to-day life. So just a minute, accepting Dhruv to join us. In a couple of minutes, a few seconds. The countdown starts now. 5.
Jai Gurudev.
Yes. And Jai Gurudev. How are you, Dhruv?
Good, Bhaiya. How are you?
I am very good, very good. After a long time, I have had a little rest day. So no programs, and there are programs now, this program and Facebook Live, but no happiness programs and things like that. So it's good for a change.
It's wonderful, Bhaiya. I mean, I know you schedule, like taking a day off is actually good for your sanity. I don't know how you do so many. I need
Yes. Yes, that is how, life is. And you require little rest, you can't be in full throttle all the time. Even machines require rest, and we are not machines. We are still human beings.
Yes.
So good. This couple of days, coming 2 days, couple of days also, I'm going to have a little rest and meditate more. Rest means more meditation, more sadhana. So that is what balances the sanity, brings sanity back.
Even
so good. Shall we start then?
Yes, please. So I have some questions, Bhaiya. So the first question today is, what is intuition? I sometimes feel confused and I'm not able to tell what is right from wrong or choose between options. This is something new to me. I usually am very decisive.
Yeah, you cannot, till the time it happens, you cannot say that you had a premonition or what, in advance, any thought. So what Gurudev would always say is, whatever thoughts you get, you see how applicable it is to your to your life, isn't it? And logically look at it. And sometimes beyond logic also, there is a gut feeling, you say, that I need to do this. My logic says otherwise, but I need to do. And it's a risk we are taking. It might be true, it might not be true. And risk is there everywhere. When you're doing business also, there is risk. When you're playing a game also, there is risk. So yeah, within certain limits, you can take those risks and see whether they turn out to be true or not.
There's a connecting question that someone has written right now. It says, how to develop the intuition of taking right decisions at the right time?
See, there is no person in the world who takes all the decisions right at the right time. So just relax, just be happy. More than treating life as only a play of some decisions, these decisions can be any moment, no? Every moment can be a decision. So when you say that I can decide over a long period of time, then there is no pressure to decide here and now. If you take a decision, if you think you're going on the wrong path, always give yourself freedom to correct. So that is what is called course correction, right? You think something has gone wrong and you correct yourself, and then you correct yourself. So rather than one decision which has to be implemented over a long period of time, life is a play of small decisions a long time, and that reduces pressure. It's like driving a car. You take your car in a certain direction, but if you see a traffic, then you course correct. You go to some other road, some side road, something. And sometimes you can't. You're stuck in such a place in traffic, you can't go back or forward. And then you have to accept that also. You have to wait for time to open up the paths if it is there. So it's all, being very relaxed about whatever is happening. Sometimes decisions will go your way, sometimes they will not go your way. And show me one person in the world who gets 100% of his decisions right, and I will I will really salute that person. Yeah, yeah. When you do meditation, you tend to get it more and more right, and that is what is with Gurudev also. He gets most of them right, but sometimes maybe he wants to show us the path. He doesn't do the obvious and says, "Okay, this is how it is." But yeah, that is how life is.
Great. Thank you, Bhayan. There's another question is, what to do when friends act bossy and impose their views on us? I don't know how to react. I feel frustrated if I don't I feel frustrated if I don't do anything. On the other hand, I don't want to be rude or hurt them. I want to be fair.
See, the the skill is in agreeing to whatever your friends say and doing what you want. I'll just share a small guru story. Hmm. This is long time ago, maybe about 24, 25 years ago when I was still a student. And Gurudev was singing this song, Jo tumko ho pasand, wahi baat kahenge. It's a very old song. And Gurudev kept on repeating the first line of the song, Jo tumko ho pasand, wahi baat kahenge. And I'm a fan of old Hindi film songs. So I felt that Gurudev should also sing the next line. And I also realized or felt that Gurudev did not know the answer to the song. So I was like, after two, three times when he repeated the first line, I sang the second line. I said, "Tum din ko agar raat kaho to raat kahenge." So Gurudev did not listen to it, and 4, 5 times it passed. He was singing the first line, like I was singing the second line in a way that he could hear it, but he did not repeat the second line. And then I thought maybe he's not interested in singing the second line, and I just dropped it. And 2, 3 times later, he sang the first line, "Jo tumko ho pasand wahi baat kahenge." And then he sang the second line, which was different from the original second line of the song. He sang, "Jo humko ho pasand wahi kaam karenge." Then he said, in life, usually, we are arguing about who's talking what, and then we end up doing, जो हमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे. We argue over that, and then we end up doing जो तुमको हो पसंद वही काम करेंगे. So you agree with everyone. Yeah, you are saying amazingly well. You are wonderful. Very nice idea. And then do what you have to. People don't fight that way. When you agree with them, there is nothing to fight. And then very skillfully. It requires little skill. That is why we are here in Art of Living. So those skills come over a period of time. But this is one way of developing those skills.
Profound, man. So there's one more question. It says, how do we caution ourselves from getting trapped?
Trapped into what? So trapped generally in situations in life. See, that is the nature of life. Sometimes we will get trapped, and sometimes we'll become free. And yeah, when you get trapped, you know that you are trapped, and then find out a way. And sometimes you have to wait for time also. Such is the time that you have to wait. That is what Krishna tells Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. When the period is not good, a tortoise pulls in his limbs and waits for the bad time to pass. So when you feel trapped, you pull in all your, this means you go inward, you meditate, and wait for things to pass. If you think time has passed, make an effort. If you're still stuck, then pull yourself back again. So it is little experimentation, but you will know, when to pull yourself in and when to go out and express. And that comes with meditation. Yeah.
Thank you, Bhaiya. There's another question saying, Bhaiya, how to win over sense pleasures, cravings and aversions?
See, don't be in a hurry to get rid of them in all at once. Okay. Hmm. Uh, just relax, do meditation, repeat your happiness programs, do your advanced courses, and over a period of time, they will go automatically. Hmm. So, wanting to get rid of cravings and aversions should not become itself a craving and an aversion. So, we will land up in the same trap all over again. Now, I want to this and I don't want this. Okay. So, just relax. And so that is what Gurudev says, certain things happens only with the grace of a guru. Mm. Becoming free from your karma is grace of the guru. And becoming free from cravings and aversion. So in the same way is कृपा से होता है, गुरु कृपा से होता है. Not everything we can do it ourselves, isn't it? So how do we make sure kripa comes in our life, or grace comes in our life? We do more meditation, we are in gratitude, and we spread joy. We do seva, sadhana, seva, satsang. Then that grace flows more and more in our life.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Yeah.
Next question is, what yoga postures can I do to increase my concentration levels?
You do your Sudarshan Kriya regularly, Pranayam and Sudarshan Kriya. In fact, for me, I started with Pranayam and Sudarshan Kriya, and only few years later, I started doing some asanas regularly. So, I will just share my story. When I learned Sudarshan Kriya, I was in my second semester of IIT, and I was scoring 6.8 on 10, 6.9 in that range in my first semester. And then I learned Sudarshan Kriya to feel that little mental relaxation. And over the next 2 semesters, my grades did not change much. Okay. But regular practice of Sudarshan Kriya, what happened was from the fourth semester onwards, from 6.8, in that range of 6.8 to 7, my grades jumped to 8.14. And in the fifth semester, it became 8.6 on 10. And then they never came down. So I attributed only to doing Sudarshan Kriya regularly, meditation regularly, and pranayams regularly. Why? Because when you do Sudarshan Kriya, your mind becomes clearer, your intellect becomes sharper, and your memory becomes more strong, more powerful. And these three ingredients are required for you to study also and to do anything in life. You require a clearer mind, a sharper intellect, and a stronger memory. Okay. So Sudarshan Kriya is the best technique.
Awesome.
Next.
Now, there's a question, how will we come to know that the faith is established in the Master?
Gurudev says, kuch jaan kar chalo, kuch maan kar chalo. So certain things you know and certain things you have to assume. And faith is a matter of assumption. Just because you listen to Guruji does not mean you have faith. And just because you don't listen to Guruji also does not mean you don't have faith. Okay. So it is an assumption that whatever I am doing out of faith. Okay. तो वो मानने की बात है. Just like that, just like sun is there all the time. Sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't see it. And just because you don't see it does not mean the sun does not exist. In the same way, faith is there. Sometimes it is seen, sometimes it is not seen. And just the fact that it cannot be seen or it is not seen does not mean it does not exist. Okay, so you have to assume it is there or know that it is there, even if it is not visible in your actions or felt in your heart. Okay, so good. Next question.
Well, the next question is, what is a mantra? I thought divinity is all powerful and is everywhere. It's free. How can it be controlled by sound?
Yeah, see, the most common form of energy which we are aware of is electricity. It's there. What is electricity? Flow of electrons. And electrons are there everywhere. The entire universe is made up of electrons. But you don't experience electricity in those electrons, right? Even the wood which is there in front of you or whatever, every electron is part of the whole thing. Only when it is channelized and that flow comes there, then you are able to experience it. So in the same way, though this divinity is there everywhere, it needs to be channelized to be felt. And mantra is one way to experience that. Hmm. Manana trayati iti mantra. That which frees us from repetition of the mind is a mantra. Hmm. So mantras are considered a form of divinity. Hmm. Why? It frees us from our mind. And what is freeing us from our mind? Hmm. All what is affecting our mind? The negative thoughts, the feelings there, and that when it frees, it is the work of God. No, we pray to God to feel free from all these things only. No, isn't it? Hmm. So when the mind relaxes, then we are able to experience that infinity. Okay.
Yeah. So Bhaiya, the next question is, do you have any guru stories about Nadi checking, Gurudev Nadi checking? Could you share something about it if you know?
Yeah, there are many stories. It's a Gurudev himself says that it's a big science, and in certain occasions the right nostrils function, and certain occasions the left nostril function. When you need to do logical work like this, the right nostril should be working. When you need to rest, the left nostril should be working. Sometimes both need to be working. For meditation, both need to be working. So one of the things which he told us is like whenever you take the first step or getting into a car or whatever, and if you're going for some important work, check which nostril is working, which nadi is working, and put that foot in front. So if your left nostril is working, then put your left foot first into the car, and then the right. So if you're in India, uh, it's not very logical or appealing to the eye if you put your left foot first, especially on the driver's seat or next to the driver's seat. It appears very clumsy, but that is how it is. So that is the time we know that, oh, Gurudev got in checking his nadi. Because it appears otherwise next to the driver's seat the right leg goes first and then the left goes, but he will go put the left then the right, and it appears little clumsy, and then you recognize that he checked his nadi.
Okay.
So it happens quite often, it's not something new.
Sure, Bhaiya. Okay.
Good. Last question.
Okay, sure, Bhaiya. The last question, how to get over regret and make sure we improve as a human being?
See, regret is of something past. No, now it has gone, it is finished, isn't it? In the next 10,000 years you are not going to change it, right? So why regret about something which you cannot change? Now you are regretting about something you have done, that whatever you have done has caused some consequences. If you can correct the consequences, good. If you can't correct it, then drop that also. But focus on how you can correct. Oh, I scolded that person and I'm regretful about that now, is not going to help the solution, isn't it? Okay, I scolded that person. Now, can I repair my relationship with that person? Can I make efforts? And sometimes it's not a single attempt. Sometimes you may have to make multiple efforts to attempts to make things happen, change whatever you have done. So go ahead and do that. That's all. Knowing that whatever has happened now. It's done, finished, isn't it? So regret is not going to help you find a solution. So why regret? And see, what happened yesterday or what happened 10 years ago is like a dream, isn't it? So what happened yesterday is also like a dream. Now you don't regret your dreams, no? Whatever you do in your dreams, you don't regret it. In the same way, treat all what has happened is like a dream now. There is no place for regret there. This moment and the next few moments, as long as I'm alive, is all what I have, and let me make the best use of it. That is what life is all about. So good. Wonderful questions, Dhruv. And I'm also happy that people are asking so many questions, and amazing. It'd be nice if you can spread the word for more and more people to join. We have reached the critical mass. More and more people are interested in the live sessions, and even afterwards, a lot of people come and watch our sessions. It's nice. So the more we are able to spread, the more people will be able to get a different perspective to life. That is the whole intention of this program. So nice having you, Dhruv, and nice having all the viewers here for the live session. So wish you
Yeah.
all the best. And Dhruv, if you want to say any concluding remarks.
No. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask questions and be a medium for other people to be part of this program. This is so amazing. I feel blessed to have this wisdom coming my way every Monday. And I wish everyone joins it. I keep spreading the word. And I hope people come and learn and grow as much as I am. Thank you.
Yeah, good. So all the best and see you next Monday for the next session at 6:30. Keeping it simple. Bye.
Thank you.
Jai Guru.